Welcome back to That's Debatable. Today's debate, powered by Cisco Webex, is all about the Players' Championship. Is it a major, or is it just a nice tour event? We've got Viktor Hovland, who claims that he sucks at chipping. We've got Keith Mitchell, whose first name is Keith, not Kevin. Viktor, you are currently ranked higher in the world golf ranking, so you get to choose who goes first and who goes second.
I'd like to see where I'm at. So, age before beauty.
All right, Keith, you got 60 seconds.
Wow. All right. I mean, the Players should not be a major. And the reason it shouldn't be a major is pretty simple. You can't rewrite history because Tiger has 15 majors and Jack has 18 majors. You're not going to go back and say Tiger has 17 and Jack has however many, and then guys back in the 80s that have 2 or 3 here and there. I mean, you're completely rewriting history and everything that they're trying to accomplish. And also, that makes the Players in its own category. So when you say Tiger has 15 majors, you don't say he has 5, Masters and go down the list. You say he has 15 majors and 2 Players. And that puts it in its own category. So it actually makes it better than a major.
I like it. Viktor, do you think history should change?
I think history changes all the time, and I think we should be open-minded to the things that occur around us. I don't think we should count the Players' Championship as a major in the past, but I think from now on we could at least entertain a thought of, maybe saying the PGA Championship is something else and then playing the Players' Championship as a major instead.
Keith,
because,
the U.S. Amateur was once a major, which I think Viktor would have loved to have won a major at the U.S. Amateur. Should we be open to the future of change? Because the women's game has 5 majors, right? Should the men's game have 5?
Well, the women's game does that because of sponsorship, and they do that because of sponsors paying to have their name on a major. It's not because of really history. Ours are set in stone. They're not. The 4 are never going away. There's no such thing as amateur and professional golf anymore. It's professional golf or it's amateur golf. They don't coexist. So therefore, that doesn't really account anymore about the amateur. Like, yes, at one point that was the prestige. Now it's professional, and these 4 are still in the mix. You can play as an amateur in the Masters. You can play as an amateur in the British Open. You can play as an amateur in the U.S. Open. So you have your opportunities there. And then the Players has a higher world ranking point than anyone, a higher purse than anyone. And so it's actually, in my opinion, better or equal to a major, but gets its own categorization so that you don't have to rewrite history, and it's an addition to your majors.
Now, Keith is not exactly taking the PGA Tour line here. Viktor, do you think Keith should be worried about getting a letter?
I think he should, not just for this reason, but I know he's.
I'm saying he's better.
I'm saying he's better. No, but so what we just established here is that history does change, and what you just said is the Players' Championship does have the biggest purse, and it's by far got the best feel, and I think it's such a cool venue that, when we get used to this idea, maybe 150 years down the line, imagine playing, the Players' Championship as a major championship. I mean, it's almost gonna have the same kind of atmosphere as an Augusta or something. I think that'd be really cool to have a major that plays the same course every year.
Viktor, before we close this thing up, how many Players' Championships does Jack Nicklaus have?
Crap.
Oh, no.
Just say 3.
Hey, you're right. You guessed right. How about Tiger?
Yes, 2, right?
Yeah, you're right. Now that is
good.
I
mean, how many U.S. Opens does Jack Nicklaus have, Viktor?
Let's say 4.
So he has 18 majors. That's the point. Nobody knows exactly how many anyone has. But when you keep the Players separate, that you have 15 and 2, and you get your own category.
No, that's just because the Players is just so far up that there's a reason why I knew how many.
You're making my point for me, Viktor.
No, because I didn't know the U.S. Open, so why not just make the freaking Players a major?
Well, both of you presented great points here. Victor, I really appreciate your DJ noise canceling headphones, but I'm going to have to take Keith's side here. I don't think we can change history. Keith Mitchell, you move on in today's That's Debatable, powered by Cisco.
Yes, and we get to look and see who wanted the trick shot too, Victor. Here we go. I'm 1-0 right now. Take it on.
Yes, I'm glad you're winning at something, Keith.